Here we are, everyone. We want to welcome you to the JSK TV, a TV with a difference, loving God and those whom God loves. Today I'm excited. I have a host of men and women of God that we'll be talking to. The Bible says two are better than one, and so we have come a long way with these people. And the first one that I'm beginning with is Rev Daniel Mambwe, who is actually pastoring one of our churches in Sorezi. There are so many branches we do have in Sorezi or Northwestern Province, but one of them is pastored by him, and then the other. So we're going to hear a lot from the man of God. Welcome, Reverend Dan Mambwe.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here.
I'm so happy to have you today, and one thing that makes me more excited is from the time that you came to link up with us when you were extremely young, small, and very shy indeed, and today there is a giant of a man who has come out of. How has been your journey with Life Gospel Fellowship Ministry Church International?
Wow, the journey has been so awesome. God is so faithful. Connecting to you has been one of the greatest things that I've ever done. Through your ministry, my life has changed tremendously. The things that I thought I would not do, today, because you spoke a word, I'm able to do them. Just like you said earlier on, I was a very shy person.
Absolutely.
And there are a lot of things, looking back, that you spoke in my life, and I wondered, asking myself, but that is saying I'll be doing this. How will I do it in this state? But it has been a wonderful journey for me.
Did any of your relatives believe in you when you were?
None of them believed that I would be. At one point I would lead a church. Every time you would speak a word, I would take a word, they would laugh because I was shy. I didn't want to stand before people. Even greeting them was a problem.
Yes.
Above all, sitting now, when you spoke a word that you'll be talking to people, like I was asking myself, I cannot talk to these few. How will I be able to do it, given a chance to speak to big audience? But you kept on telling me you are called to speak to big people. There's a crowd of people that is waiting for you out there, and I was like, hey God,
on 11th of June 1995, the Life Gospel Fellowship Ministries Church International was born, and we started our first service, the inaugural service at Chingora Basic School.
Yes.
You were there, I assume.
Yes, I was there. And every time I think of that day, I'm reminded of a certain instance that happened. We were traveling back home. We were going back home, rather. And we were carrying instruments. I was carrying a speaker and a guitar. And we were coming behind me. We used the police compound area.
We were walking in a throng.
Yes. And as we were walking, you were saying some words. It says, my son, we will not always be doing this. We will not be walking, we will not be carrying things. Now the speaker was heavy, and I was asking myself, I said, God, what is going on with this man? This thing is heavy and is telling me of the future. And I just said, God, instead of helping me to carry this thing, but you kept on saying, don't worry, my son. This work is meant for the world.
It's God's work.
We are going forward, and don't worry about the beginning. Wow. I was asking myself, Lord, let's wait and see what will happen.
I'm sure you remember those days when we used to, I would go to Chingora primary school, and then we sweep the classroom, and we go and hold the desks from neighboring classrooms, and then we do the service, and then I would do lead the service, I'll open in a word of prayer, lead the service, pick an offering, preach the word of God, and pray for everyone. And also saying that we will not always be here. This is just the beginning. Don't despise days of small beginnings.
Yes. I remember vividly, sir, when you... that takes me back, and I look at the faithfulness of God.
Wow.
It was a school for me, actually. As I thought of it, that okay, so this is ministry. Ministry has got nothing to do like, let them wake me. I sit in my position because I'm a pastor. That has really taught me a lot, even from the time you sent me to Solwezi.
Yes,
that is exactly what I was doing.
Wow.
Sweeping the classroom, doing the offering, singing praise, preaching, praying for the sick, welcoming the visitors, ushering the people out.
Wow.
There is power in small beginnings. But one thing that I'm so excited about is the word that you kept on speaking. And we were just a few of us, but you kept on saying, many people are coming. I see these people filled with people. And I would be in a congregation and I would look behind and say, God, what is going on with this man? Let's just talk about what we have right now. Let's not concentrate on what is not there. But you kept on. You kept on speaking. This church, we are growing. We are building. It's an international church. Yes. People are coming. All sorts of, people that are in different classes, doctors, nurses, whatever, they are coming in this place. This church is here to stay. And I was asking myself, God, this man must have gotten something for him to be speaking what he's speaking.
I like that. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the JSK TV, based here in Chingola at the Life Cathedral. We want to encourage you to join up in faith with us, and together we can. So I'm talking to Reverend Mambwe, who is our Assistant General Overseer for the Northwestern Province, and is ministering and running the branch we call Solwezi Central. There are many branches there, and that's the man that I have today with me on this program. So let's continue. Reverend Mambwe, in the process of time, you found yourself training in theology in South Africa, and when you were going there, you were coming from a culture where we have been saying things, we have been prophesying, we have been preaching and opening up and so forth. Anything that you picked from the Bible school, which you said, I never had it in my church where I'm coming from?
I would begin by saying, prior to my going to college for study, actually, it was you that even spoke in my life saying, I see you going to school outside Zambia. And I was asking myself, looking at our family, we were not financially stable. And I was asking myself, but where will we get the money for me to go out there? But you kept on telling me, don't worry about the fees.
God is able.
God is able. God will do everything. He has spoken. You just believe. And one thing that I did was I took a step of faith. I got my passport. Saying, the man of God has spoken, and I cannot just go to South Africa or outside this country with just a NRC. But you kept on speaking. But one amazing thing, when I got out there, true to your word, my bursary was paid for all my years that I stayed. The only thing that I had to do was my transport from here to South Africa. And it was so amazing because my stay here before I went to South Africa, this place was a Bible college for me. So there was nothing new that I learned from that place. All the things that I got was more or less like, I've already been taught, I've already been in a higher Bible college. So it was more or less like a revision to where I was.
There has been a lot of temptation. People come, people go, and you have stayed in place for this long. 22 years, over 22 years, yes, we have been together. And what has been your challenges?
Plenty challenges. I've had people coming to me telling me, leave this ministry. We have a better place for you. There's a car waiting for you. Now, one thing that has kept me strong was always to hear from God. Because everything that has happened in my life, you spoke a word. So I've developed a culture. If I have to go to a certain place, let God speak.
Let God speak.
Many people have come told me things, leave this church. Even while I was in South Africa, when I just came here, there was a place that I was supposed to work, the church that I was stationed at, and they had interest in working with me. But when I came over to this place, the first thing you did was to, ordain us in the house. I thought after ordination, I have to go back. And little did I know, the very day you told me, I'm sending you to Solwezi. And I was asking myself, there is a place also in South Africa where I have to go and minister. And the man of God is telling me, there's a place for you here. And I love one thing, because I value your words in my life. I will never take a step until you speak. So one thing that I've learned in my life is my father has told me to go to Solwezi. And I've not had a conviction of going back to South Africa and work there. And my father now tells me, go and run some work this side. So what I told God, I says, Lord, if I'm done being in Solwezi, maybe in the future, you tell me again, I'll move to another
Ladies
place.
and gentlemen, we want to thank God for how faithful He has been. We have come a long way by His grace. Now, Reverend Mambwe is based in Solwezi and is going to tell us a little bit about Solwezi in a few moments, and tell us where their location, where they're meeting from, and any other church that is there, and the contact places. As he looks straight into this camera, man of God, you look into that camera and address whosoever is watching us.
Well, thank you so much. The work of God is going forward in Solwezi. Solwezi actually is one of the, Northwestern in particular, is one of the places where many branches of this great ministry are stationed, with quite a lot of ministries right in Solwezi. Some are even far as Mweni Lunga and Kasempa. But for those of you that are in Solwezi, or those of you that visit Solwezi and you'd want to be with us, I'm stationed at the central place, and we have another branch that is in Chawama area, somewhere there. That's where Pastor Reverend Kalota is the heading pastor of that branch. Well, for those of you that would want to know a place where we normally congregate, these are the phone numbers that you can pick to get contact from us, so that we give you direction to places where we are found. You can call these numbers 0964 526284, 0964 526284, 0964 686862, 0964 686862, 0965 1977 02, 0965 1977 02, 0975 76 1813, 0975 76 1813. On these numbers, I can assure you, you can contact us, and we'll be able to tell you where exactly we are meeting.
Indeed, it's been a pleasure talking with you, and I want to wish you all the best, God's touch and prosperity. The ministry of God that He deposits into people, it's the grace that spurs us to another level. We are trusting and believing that all our branches will catch the fire, even in the midst of the COVID-19. So if you are coming to church, make sure you keep the measures which the health authorities have prescribed. Come with a mask, ensure you sanitize your hands, and keep social distance. We are doing that in our churches. And like here at the cathedral, we also even are checking temperatures. If you are sick, you have got flu, like symptoms, or if you have COVID, do not go to church. Stay home. We believe God can heal you, He can deliver you, but the authorities have said such ones should not come into the church building. They have got a right, and we are challenged to obey the authorities of the day. Otherwise, we love you. Thank you for watching JSK TV.
If you need to be prayed for by the man of God, Bishop Joseph JSK, you are encouraged to attend the live services in Chingola at the Life Cathedral. You can also call the following numbers in Chingola: 0969304830, 0969304830, 0979902408, 0979902408, or in Lusaka you can also call 0965476972, 0965476972.